All right, so last week I went ahead and did this around the same time. I did it at about 12. I'm starting this one at about 12:01. Might have started the last one at 11:58, so I'll try to get the next one out sooner next week, but here we go. College football week 2 picks. I'm starting off with Illinois and Duke. Hold on, y'all can't see it. I got Illinois edging out Duke 38 to 31. I really don't see Duke being able to keep up that close, but I think Illinois will play down to its competition a little bit. And I think Duke doesn't fear Illinois. So it should be a good game. Plus, they're playing at home, which is why I'm giving Duke that close of a matchup. It should really be more so maybe 34-17, something like that. But I think Illinois will handle this game. Um, Next up on the list, we got Baylor, SMU. So, or Iowa, Iowa State, my apologies. So, Iowa, Iowa State, move this over here. 21-14. Anytime you're dealing with Iowa, them scoring points in general damn near is a miracle. But I think Iowa State has always feared the big brother of Iowa because they play in the Big Ten, they play in the Big 12. There's just there's not too many times where this game isn't impactful to both schools. And I think again, first team to lose gets the first loss on their schedule. Iowa State will be playing for a lot, but I think Iowa will definitely be dialing it in just because it's the Cyclones. And I think that run game for Iowa is going to outlast whatever Iowa State is trying to do offensively. In my opinion, that's how I'm seeing this lean 21-14. Again, I'm sure Iowa fans and Iowa State fans might see it differently, but that's how I'm going with it. Baylor, SMU. This is going to be a high scoring affair. I think Baylor is going to be a little pissed. They lost last week to Auburn, and SMU is going to be looking to carry themselves really on a high horse because they're trying to plant that flag in the college football playoff this year and maybe even win the ACC. I got Baylor beating SMU 56-49. I just think SMU is going to figure out a way to shoot itself a little bit early here. I don't think anybody had them going on a perfect season, so they got to take a loss at some point. And I think Baylor will be looking for some get back, and they'll find it here with SMU. But it will be a high scoring game. Next up, Oregon, OK State. All right, I think this game is at 3:30, so y'all still got time to line things up. Yeah, 3:30. Okay. I got Oregon coming in 49-17 at home against Oklahoma State. I think Oklahoma State beat their last opponent by like maybe 2 touchdowns. I think it was like Austin P or something. And I just don't think the Ducks are gonna keep this close at home. I think they're gonna flex their muscles a little bit. They're playing in Eugene, like I said, so good weather, good football. They're gonna build their record and go 2-0. Probably sneak into the top five, depending on how well of a win they get. Okay, we got Troy and Clemson. No, we're not doing Troy and Clemson. Sorry, y'all. USF and Florida. That's up next. Okay. This is another good game, I think. This is actually my first upset of the day. USF and Florida at 4:15. I've got USF beating Florida 27-20. I think Florida has the hardest schedule in college football right now to me. I mean, if you just take a look real quick, let me just show y'all. This is what Florida's up against. So after this week, they play LSU, Miami, Texas, Texas A&M. They get kind of a break against Mississippi State, and then they got to go play Georgia, and then they kind of get a break against Kentucky. And when I say break, I mean those are the only teams that aren't ranked on their schedule. They got 3 non-ranked opponents right now. All right, so we got ASU versus Mississippi State. I'm gonna go ahead and say Arizona State takes this. They are playing in Mississippi, which gonna give the home team a lot more comfortability early on, but I think Arizona State's going to sort it out. They definitely don't want to lose right now. They don't see this team, I think, as a cupcake team. Obviously, it's an SEC opponent, but they're not going to overdo it either. I think they're going to handle business and take out Mississippi State 34-17. To finish off our list, I got another upset brewing. I think Oklahoma and Michigan is a high scoring affair. And I think that Oklahoma leaves their campus today 2-0, 45-42. I think Michigan goes back, having to work on some things, figure out what they need to do against the rest of their competition, but they lose this Big Ten SEC matchup. That's just my opinion. I think that's it for the day. So, yep, that's only games. I'm pretty much Ole Miss and Kentucky. I'll throw you guys one in there for that. Um, be on the lookout for a Kentucky upset. They are playing in Kentucky. Ole Miss is at a point right now where they're trying to still figure out their identity, as much other teams are early on in the season. But that is when you take these losses. I think Ole Miss possibly gets upset again. Or let me not say again. This would be maybe the third upset of the day, and I can smell it coming at like maybe a 28-38 victory. Kentucky favored. Maybe they get a turnover late, kick a field goal to end it. Yeah, that's what I'm smelling. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.